When we began, as everybody aware, that India has got more than 3,000 captive elephants in with the forest department, with the temple authorities, with the government, forest department, and circuses, zoos, and private zoos. So with the beginning, we found that the elephants are in pathetic stage. They undergo lot of cruelty. They have been used in the marriages and rituals and religious functions, and they have been kept very badly. Their health is not managed. So somewhere in 2004 and 5, the many core NGOs of India got together and decided to learn and study them scientifically so that we can approach the government to change their plight or to come up with some kind of a welfare standards wherein we can improve their status of living which they were doing, means which they were living in the current place. So to with the working with the Indian government is very difficult. It's very serious attempts we have made, but all went fail. So we decided to have a scientific data-based approach to them, and to present that we have created a research document, which was almost 30 pages document to study each and every elephant, and the aspects were different. So I'll just go. So we have following NGOs participated: the CUPA, WRRC, ANCF. ANCF is a Hyderabad-based organization that does all over world the scientific study of the elephants. So under their guidance, we started mapping and stressing the captive elephants of our state, which is Maharashtra, and the veterinary college, the Sahyog Trust, and the WPA. So we have in India, we basically had 6 types of captive elephants. One is the begging elephants. Generally in the towns and cities, the elephants are walked on the street side, and they use for the begging purpose. Like the people give them some fruits and give them some coins and notes, and that goes to their owner, and that is how they make money. So the elephant has to walk kilometers and kilometers in the heat, in the scorching sun, and in the rains. They walked on the tar road, which is actually not suitable. Then we have a temple elephants, where the temple in India, the tradition is so much that the elephant is treated as a part of the god, the part of religion, and so the live elephants are being taken away, means from the wild, and the captive. They have been trained badly. They have been given shocks to jump, dance, and walk on the stand on the 2 legs, and they have been kept as a part of their temple's exhibition. Then we had circus elephants. Most of the Indian circuses used to, before we started this, used to have at least 3 to 4 elephants which are there in the captivity with them, and they play cricket inside the circus. Then we have fourth is a zoo elephant. Most of the Indian zoo still has captive elephants, and they try to breed them, but they are 90% they are unsuccessful. And then we have a tourist elephant, like few states in India where the elephants rides are still going on, especially Jaipur and other states. They have sorry, they have elephant rides. So, and then we have government forest camps, where the forest department found that the mother elephant has been poached or killed, and the baby elephants remain alive. So they have taken away those elephants in the forest department in their own hands, and they raises them. So from the beginning of that calf, it becomes a captive, and it remains with the forest department for the lifetime care. So this we have started in 2003 wherein there was no awareness among the poor conditions of the elephants in the captivity. So in 2004, as I said, a few of our animals welfare organization all over India got together and decided to, prepare plans for their condition improvement. In 2005, we started studying each and every elephant on the street, in the zoo, in the circus, and at the camps. So in that research, we did it for 2005 to 2008. For almost 3.5, 4 years, we completely study the captive elephants in total 6 types, and we studied around 32 elephants and their physical condition, their health. In 2008, we have made a report. Almost each report is a 600-page. We cannot call it as a research document, but it's a research book that we publish on their conditions. And in 2012, we decided to show it to the government where they can, their improvement can actually start. So in 2011, we put a PIL, that public interest litigation, means the case with the government of India, that to stop some types of elephants or stop the cruelty which is going on the elephants, with the report which we have submitted to them. And it's a scientific report backed by the researchers and the scientists. So the government has to take the the decision to bring down the cruelty on the elephants. So in 2011, with our efforts, the government prohibited keeping the elephants in zoos, especially with those have a limited space and infrastructure. And in the same year, the public litigation which we had put, they have banned the Ankush, which Ankush is a tool that which they poke to control the elephant's movement. And it has got a very pointed thing. It made the elephants injured and literally bleeding when they walk or when they perform. So that hook is called Ankush, that we are now completely banned. This is the actually over the years which we have achieved. In 2012, the government banned use the elephants in circuses. Now, I'm very happy to say that there is no performance of elephants in India which is happening. I can see Dr. Chinni Krishna's, that time he was a vice chairman of the Animal Welfare Board sitting here, who had made a tremendous guidance and efforts in this project and bringing the change to ban the circus elephant performance. Please, a small clap or a big clap for Dr. Chinni Krishna here. In 2014, PIL was filed in the Delhi High Court by the Wildlife Rescue Rehabilitation Center, that Ms. Suparna Ganguly from Bangalore, and with all of 5 of our NGOs. And the case is still in the court and it's going on. So out of 34 elephant, which in our state, where we actually based in Mumbai, so our state is Maharashtra, so we collected the data and analyzed that how are their present condition. So the study was condition living in temple, circus, zoo, and begging. And the methodology that we used is the discrepancies from the wild elephants to domestic relevant conditions where used is scale, each scale in the captivity. So we have a scale from 1 to 5, and 5 to 1 depends on their keeping. So the rate, this is an example that how the elephants are being kept, means 8.0 is the good condition which is kept, and 3.5 is a less health condition. So the team of experts of the wildlife biologists, elephant-specific veterinarians, mahout, owners, government wildlife officer, and the activists, we had totally rated 114 parameters. For example, I remember we had one elephant named Lakshmi in Mumbai, and she was used to beg on the street. And in India, we have a very specific street food called vada pav, which they used to give that wheat-made bun to that elephant to eat. So the weight of that elephant was too much that the elephant, when a truck hit the elephant from the back, while begging on the street. It got injured and fallen down. And the elephant couldn't get. So when the team of the experts went to inspect, we came to know that the elephant is overweighted. Why the elephant was overweighted? Because the wheat bun has been given, means unnatural food has been given to the elephant. Here Dr. Anaita is there. She is my volunteer from PAWS, currently working with WS. She herself inspected that elephant that time, and she said, clearly she said that the elephant needs to be put to sleep because it's not in good condition. But the tradition of India is as such, the member of parliaments, the legislators, they have come and they made that elephant to die there with the pain, and the government did not done euthanasia. The elephant was alive for 2 months and suffering. She has done her master's in wildlife medicines and in the elephant hospital in Assam. So I requested her to inspect that elephant. She's here sitting. So with her, like for such volunteers have helped us in our research work in 15 years. Unfortunately, that elephant died, but that gave us an example to fight such cases further. So these ratings were further used as an assist to welfare of state in the elephants and mahouts. So the like 10 is the best, the 0 is the worst, as I said already. So these how we conducted the study. The study, we approached so many times the government, please ban them, please end down the cruelty, but the government wasn't listening. So we have to do a scientific data survey of each and every individual, like how they have been changed, their behavior during the captivity, their task and performance which they do in the captivity, food and the feeding facilities which they have, the reproductive status. Now, all the captive elephants in the state are having female elephant because male elephant will come on the must. So they have a 0 reproducing disorder. All of them have pigmentation over the body, and it shows that the elephant is alone and it's going through boredom. So then health and veterinary status, where they are taking to the veterinarian, are they showing to the vets? Then the status of handling during the conflict by mahout. They have, when I done this research with the elephants, I come to know that every 3 months they change their mahout, means the one who controls the elephant. So the elephant has to go under tremendous stress to cope up with the new mahout, the new controller. So that has affected all their health. Then we studied their age of individual elephant, the sources from where the elephant they brought. In India, we have one mela, like a fair, where they buy the elephant from the market, which is now banned because elephant is a species in India. It is scheduled under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, and it's Schedule 1, means it's considered as a highly endangered species. But still they are now, sometime they do some trade and black trade, and they bring the elephant calf from wild to domestic. Then we studied their sheltering condition, their water provision, how much the rest and the sleep they take it, and the social interaction with the other elephants. The result were very pathetic and very eye-opening, that none of the elephants in the captivity has interaction with the other elephants. And as everybody know, that the elephant is a social animal. It live in herd. So what we found after the study, the real problems with the captive elephants is their digestive system. None of them, their bolai, we call it as a bolai, their scat. So it is always scattered. It's when it comes in the round format, it's in a good healthy condition. But we found that they give wheat, bun, all unnatural food to those captive elephants, and their digestive system completely broken. Then okay, 5 minutes. It's enough. Yeah. So they have a skin pigmentation. Then water issues. They used to give they never used to get the tap water. They used to get all contaminated sewage water for the drinking to the elephants. No proper shelter. Then lack of knowledge of nutrition, leading the obesity and impacts. You can see the photograph of the captive elephants. It's got all the pigmentation over the year, and they have been chained, get injured. so lack of implementation of advocacy law, the elephants were suffering. So in India, as per the Wildlife Protection Act, elephants are protected as a Schedule 1, which I already said. So, as I said, Mahout are being changed every 3 months. You can see the picture, thanks to WSPA for that picture, because they have been used to walk on the tar road, and all their feet has been got broken and injured because of the unnatural walk they go through. So then no socialization with other elephant, which I already said. Reproduction issues, they have no reproduction status. Their reproduction system is already gone. Use of ankush and whether they always used to beat the elephants, make them injured, bleed them, put sometime, even they put up a chili powder in the eyes of the elephant, to control its anger. Then the condition of mouse. The mouse are being picked up from very poor state, and they have been brought and kept with the elephant, which is, they are many times they are untrained, they are unfriendly. So just for getting money, they have been used badly. So the right of elephants were highlighted first time in India in 2008, sorry. And then the Central Zoo Authority appointed the task force for the wildlife captive in 2011 and gave our recommendations to give to the government of India. Then the committee has published the report in 2012. Yeah, I'm finishing. All the reports were legitimate and conditions. Zoo elephants were up to the standards. Most of the zoo elephants which suffered from the appropriate space were rehabilitated out of the zoo. Then the usage of ankush is banned. And finally, the begging elephants were banned. Since then, we don't have any begging elephants anymore in India, means in our state. So that's it. So it has been almost, say, 12 years. We have step by step come out and helped the elephants in India by putting it the right approach to the government, step by step putting a public interest litigation, the case in the court. And finally now, most of the captive elephants are out from the captivity. And in my state, Maharashtra, where Mumbai, there is no captive elephant remained. In the Goa state also, there is no captive, hardly 1 or 2 elephant remain, and we are in the process of taking them out of the captivity, and we are rehabilitating them in the government rehabilitation center. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Nilesh, and your team for your love and care for the elephants, yeah?
Nobody's question?
Well, do we have time for just some questions? I think maybe 1 or 2, yeah.
And unfortunately, every state in India has got a different law for the captive elephants. So in Rajasthan, they still use the elephants for the fort rides. And they have been used for the other purposes, for the entertainment and the wedding procession also. So the organization in Rajasthan are trying to work with the government to bring down the cruelty or maybe ban them.
We'll take another question. Any pressing questions? All right. Yep, one more. Yep, go ahead.
Yes, this is a very, very good question. Like when you take away an elephant in the entertainment or the any other wildlife species away from the entertainment, you will have to give an employment or to the owner of that elephant or to the mahout or to the one who performs with the elephants. So in India, we believe that the community has to be rehabilitated along with the wildlife, because if we do not give them an opportunity to earn the money, he will again bring that wild animal from the wild and bring him in the captivity. So we have worked on it. We have rehabilitated the mahout as well.
All right. Okay. Thank you for the questions, and thank you, Nilesh. I think that's the time we have for this part. A big hand for Nilesh.